So now you know the TNS ping and you know the how to connect the database. Correct or not? Any questions so far? If it's clear, then I'll go for one more step.
Yes, sir, clear.
All. See, I'm not asking your name and introduction because anyway I'll come to the Bangalore. So I'm in Hyderabad. I'll come at least 2 weekend for you. Okay, one Saturday, Sunday, I'll sit with you. I'll have a good interaction and you'll get that. If you have any questions, I can clarify and I will give the good project to you and explain to you how that environment and all. But basic thing is we need to understood this thing, then only we'll go for a step by step. Okay. So if you're not understanding me, stop me and asking more questions. No issues related to this topic. Okay. Okay. Next. Now I connect to the database. Go to the diagram. Sir, you will start the Oracle client. So how will you connect to the database to here? So Oracle client installation. So after that, how will you communicate? How will you give the? I want to create a table from in USA system. So how will you? What kind of language we can able to communicate to the DB? So SQL PL SQL is the language. I understood because this is the language Oracle will mean database will be understand. Now question is, what are the tools they will provide to communicate? See, remember Toad. Toad is a one tool. PL SQL developer, that is also one tool. SQL developer, that is also one tool. Command prompt, so which is I'm currently using the command prompt. That is also one of the tool to from your local to database connection. So in our company, some people will give the SQL developer. Some company will give the PL SQL developer. Some company will the Oracle, Toad. All three software, what is the use of it? See, that use is whatever thing we can write here. For example, it's a Toad. So whatever things we can give here, right? We can type it. So that will be taken into the your database. Then it will be executed. And what are the result will get it, right? That result will be sent to the Toad. You understood or not? That is a one tool. Toad, SQL Server, PL SQL developer. There is a tool to connect that to Oracle. That place we can go ahead and write your own queries. Understood or not?
Yes.
Hi sir, this is Satya. Exactly when started class, 7:30 or 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock we started. 7 to 7:30 one URL and 7 to 38 URL because I need to pay some amount, some disturbance in that Zoom. We paid it, but still some issues going on. Madhu sir is looking into that. 7 o'clock will start the class every day. Sure.
I see him 7:30, so that's why I joined.
Yeah,
So.
two URL I posted in the chat. I think yeah.
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 So that half an hour is also recorded?
Yes,
First
yes,
half an
record.
hour?
Yes, recorded.
Okay. Okay.
All the record I will give it to Madhu. Madhu sir, okay? From through
Okay.
Madhu sir, you can get it. But not every day. Weekly once I will give it to Madhu sir because there is okay.
Okay. I thought it shifted to 7 to 7:30.
No. 1 hour class.
Okay.
So now I want to connect here, right? There is a one command through command prompt to Oracle database. SQL plus. This command will tells you. So it will activate that Oracle client. Boss Oracle client activated. He is giving the username password. Go on connect. What is the username? Start I'm giving. Tiger I'm giving. At the rate of ORCL. What is the ORCL? Database name. Which database you are connecting? That database name. Here ORCL for my own purpose, but in a real time, It may be dev, it may be UTE, it may be performance, it may be production. Any database, you need to give the address. This is the address. So address in the sense, remember here, ORCL, what is there? TNS. So that whole TNS will be assigned into this one variable that I'm giving this address. So which means I'm putting into only database. Okay. This is the Oracle database. This is your command prompt. This command prompt will be there in Bangalore. This database will be there in USA. Okay, most of the servers are available in the USA, right? So that's why I'm taking. So now you need to install that Oracle client. You already done it, and also you got it the TNS of the database, which means address of the database. Now in this command prompt, you need to make the connection into this database. So how will you connect it? So this is the way to connection. This is my local. This is your system, and this is your command prompt. Within the command prompt, I am telling SQL plus start username / tiger @ORCL. So I'm giving this, which means in this database, this is one user. That username is Scott. This is one more user. This username app. For understanding, I'm giving you the name, but in real time, there is a different name. Like that, how many users will be created in the Oracle database? N number of, there is no limitation at all. Basically, they will give you 100, 200, 50, 30 based on your volume of data, and there are some criteria. So based on your available, there's a dev means more and production means very less because they want to keep it very clean and performance wise. So like that, there are multiple users will be there in the database. But here, I'm connecting this var cell is the address of a DB, and also I'm connecting the Scott is a user. So in this place only I'm connecting. Okay. Once I will enter, I'll show you in the SQL developer also. Okay. So I connected. SQL means I connected. So what is the use of command prompt and PL SQL developer and SQL developer taught? One answer, please. Why we need to install? To communicate to the Oracle database. So if I want to communicate to the Oracle database, what are the things required? Oracle client and address of a database. What is the address of a database? TNS. Hello? Are you able to hear?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
yeah, up to you understood. This is the second step of the class. First step is how to why we need to go for Oracle. Second step is how to connect from your system to the Austrian or USA. They will install some database, right? How will you connect? There is two things we'll discuss. We discussed already. Any questions you can ask me, or else I'll go for some other comments. I'll start the SQL. No questions. I'll start the SQL concepts. If you have any questions, I'll clarify the question. Then I'll go for a SQL concepts.
It's clear, sir.
Hmm?
It's clear.
It's clear. Can I ask some questions? Interview questions based on what we discussed? Simple thing.
Okay.
How will you connect to that database? What are the things required? If I say you go and connect the dev database, what are the things required? to connect that dev database?
Like Oracle client and the address of the database. It is DNS.
Okay. So in TNS, what are the things required? It is available or required, whatever it may be. In TNS, what are the things?
Host, host server port.
Okay. What is a host? What is a server? What is a port?
Port like the port number we can say like
Okay.
and
I
host
got it.
name is like PC name or machine name.
Okay.
A
So
server database name.
correct. Then I'm good. So now up to here you understood. Your 1 year experience guys, 2 years experience guys also you can put it for this topic. Okay. We'll go for SQL. So what is the now we'll start the SQL. So in SQL, what are the things we can do? First of all, using the SQL, we can create the object. We can create the object. Now question is, what is the object and how many types? Okay. What are the concepts? So first we'll start the SQL. So the PL SQL is a different. So what is the first of all we'll see the difference between the SQL and PL SQL. So remember one thing. What is it if anyone asks the basic thing? So why we have SQL and why we have a PL SQL? We can go ahead with only PL SQL, right? Why we use a SQL? If you ask this question, you should answer like SQL and sir, SQL and PL SQL both are PL SQL language only. What are the thing we can do on SQL? Okay. What are the things we can't able to do using the SQL? That things we can achieve into PL SQL. You understood this point? What are the things we can't able to achieve using the SQL, right? That we can achieve using the PL SQL. Next question, what are there? They will ask. So simple thing, but this is a database, right? There is a one UI, like your passport application you can take. So you go to that another mission. Okay, you run the www the passport in passport.com. You can click it. Then it will open the one form. You're filling the form, right? Your name, address, and these are all the details. And finally, there is a submit button. You click on the submit button, your data will go and save into here. After few days, so you want to know the status of your passport. So what you'll do? Again, we'll go for a www.passport.com. Then you click on it. So what will happen? You give the file number in the search box. You click on it. So what will happen? Again, the data will come and show you. So it will be in process or pending verification or something. So what you understood here? Your data coming to outside of the database, and outside of the data you are taking into the DB. Hello? Hello?
Hello, sir. Your voice is not audible.
Hello? You understood this point? I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Now audible.
So my question is, you are into the some internet center. You are typing that passport dot application. You are giving all the details and click on the submit button. Your data will be stored here, and you will get the one appointment and into that document verification. And after few days, you enter into the file number and click on it. it will give the status. Pending is somewhere and it is posting or printing, like that they will tell you, right? So which means this is your database. You are giving the database from outside. Some enter center you are giving, right? Then they are taking it to the database. And some other internet center went and click on this uh, status button. So you will get the status. So which means you are getting the data from database to outside, and also outside you are giving the data, it will go to the database. So these transactions,
Yes.
so if I want to come out the data from database, we will go for a PL SQL. Remember this point. Simple thing.
To send and retrieve the data.
Not retrieve. Outside.
Just to send.
Outside the div. Let's say an example, if you go for a result. So for example, 10th standard or plus two or your PG or degree, right? So you are joining some other internet center. You are giving the hall ticket number and click on the button. So what is happening? So you'll get the result, right? So which means,
Data. Yes.
yeah, that is simple. See here, right? I'm logging to the database. I'm doing my transactions. Correct or not? This is inside the database, creating the table and updating the data and doing the things. These all are inside, because inside in the sense that inside the DB. Should or not? So if you go for outside in the sense, if you go for a web URL without logging to the DB, if you want to fetch the data, that is outside of the DB. Understood, or do you have any questions here?
Mm. Yes, sir.
All. All you understood, or only I heard with people only?
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between SQL and PL SQL? You can give that this is a best answer to real-time oriented. So what you need to write SQL inside the database, whatever operation we can do it. If I want to do outside of the database, if you want to perform, you're giving the data or fetching the data, we'll go for a PL SQL. Understood, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the difference between SQL and PL SQL? We can tell the one answer. Then they will come you. Then later on, I will tell you the procedures, functions, packages, triggers, exception blocks. I will tell you slowly. But now 1 year experience guy or 2 years experience guy, they will ask you what is the difference between SQL and PL SQL. Then the people will start, there is a function, the function is available in PL SQL, it is not available in SQL. Packages is available in PL SQL, it is not in SQL. That is okay. But if you want to tell the real time with a different manner, you should tell saying that what are the things we can't do in SQL, we can do in the PL SQL. The example is inside the database. If you log into SQL plus Scott and Tiger, if you do all the operation, that is called SQL. If I want to perform the outside of the SQL, of the outer side of the database, like in a passport application, your result you can tell. Somewhere I'm sitting, I'm seeing the result, which means I'm not logging to the database. I log in the only URL. Still, I'm getting the data from database. That kind of scenario, if you want to perform, we need the PL SQL. Okay. So now objects. We can create the object using the SQL. What are the objects? First of all, what is the object? Remember, permanently stored in database. That is called object. It may be anything. So, table is the one object. View is the one object. Okay. Sequence is the one object. Synonym is the one object. Index also one object. So Material view also one object. So these all are 5 objects only. Oracle so far introduced. Okay, major thing. Inside, if you go for a table, if you go for a view sequence, there are so many features will come in 11G to 12C, 12C to 19C, 19C, 21C. Okay, but basically object, what is the object? Permanently stored in a database. What are the object? Tables, views, sequence, synonyms, index. If you tell the material view, you can tell, or else nowadays companies are not using the material view. So it is old companies still they are using, but slowly they are also converting the view, because Oracle will have a alternative for the materialist view also. Okay, so these are the database objects. So what are the types of language, right? So the meaning of language means to communicate. For example, I'm communicating to via English. You people are listening, and via English only you people are back to me. Back communication happening, right? So here DDL, DML, okay, TCL, and data query or data retrieval, then grants, data control language, TCL. So these are the categorized the things to communicate it to this object. Remember this point. So for example, table. So using the DDL, I will create the table. I can modify the table. Using the DDL, I'll create the view. Anything you will start with create, alter, any object in the SQL, if you want to create using the DDL commands only. Alter, dropping, everything. DML, if this mainly data. So data I want to insert into the objects. Transactional. I will tell you the transaction, how it will be. Next, data retrieval. How to retrieve the data from tables, view, sequence, synonyms. Data control language. Control in the sense, so we discussed the last example. So for example, X company, employee 1, he created one table here. Okay. So we'll be continued tomorrow. So I think 1 hour is going to help. So tomorrow we'll start from here. Okay. I'll share the record with Madhu sir weekly wise. Any questions?
No, sir, it's fine.
All good? You're getting the knowledge?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. If no questions, we'll drop off. We'll start tomorrow sharp 7 a.m. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions you can ask me, please. There is no stopping to asking question. You can ask any question related to what we studied so far. If you're not understanding also, you can explain me. I can explain to you in separately if it required.
So I have one doubt on this. Like Oracle client is like an interface to communicate between the database and the client. Like it's
Your
like
mission
that,
to
or like it's
database.
okay.
See,
So
simple
like where we
example.
can write the queries on it. That's the Oracle client, right?
Oracle client will come by default. Oracle will provide. See, a simple thing I can tell you. So you are staying in Bangalore. If you join that, if you have a offer letter, an Oracle company. So what is the bridge between you and Oracle? Oracle company offer letter. Correct or not? If you know the offer
Yeah.
letter, then only you can enter into the Oracle company. Correct? So Oracle client is the Oracle offer letter. Once you will enter into you went to the security guard, what they will tell you, they will give the access to you. Access in the sense, they will not give the all the floor access. Only few floor access you will get it. That is called TNS. Once you enter into that using the your swipe, your card, you enter into one room, they will allocate your system and everything, then you can work. So like that, here also, offer, Oracle client is the offer letter, and your TNS is a entry of your ID card, and your which database you are connecting, Scott and username, right? So that is your desk number or cubicle number. Understood?
Yes.
So tomorrow I'll start. Okay, I'll start sharp 7 a.m. So there is a my no, I'm using my. So once Madhu sir will get a new Zoom, we will not get that problem. We will have a 1 hour session continuously, no, not breaking. So before that, we'll start like that. And remember,
Sure,
guys,
thank you.
I'll come to the
So,
face-to-face. Yeah. Hello, you're asking some question?
no, sir.
I think 1 or 2 weeks, I'll come to the Bangalore. I'll come to the institutions. We'll have a face-to-face interaction. Okay. I will tell you the dates. Once I'll talk to Madhu sir, I will tell you the date. And also, if any questions, ask me in the session only. Okay. Because if you ping WhatsApp and all, right? So I may be busy with some other work and this one all. I sometimes I couldn't able to respond also, but here I can respond. Okay. I'll have dedicated time for you, 1 hour. If you want to extend it, I'll talk to the Madhu sir. I'll extend it to 10 to 15 minutes for clearing the doubts. And weekends, 3 hours, 4 hours, I will be there. You can ask any number of questions that completely dedicated for you that time. Okay. Okay, guys. If you don't have any questions, I'll close.